Girl, y'all better buckle up for this one because the tea is piping hot. Fans are dragging Cuba Gooding Jr. for straight-up clout chasing after he posted a tribute to Malcolm Jamal-Warner, even though word on the street is that the two weren't even on good terms before Malcolm's tragic passing. And here's the kicker. Rumors suggest their fallout may have had something to do with Cuba allegedly trying to set Malcolm up with Diddy. Well, Cuba has finally broken his silence. And not only did he admit that things weren't exactly smooth between him and Malcolm before his death, but he also spilled some shocking behind-the-scenes tea about Malcolm's dealings with Diddy and a few powerful Hollywood execs whose advances he boldly rejected. And let me tell you, this story is about to get messy. For context, just hours after the heartbreaking news that Malcolm had drowned while on vacation in Costa Rica with his wife and daughter, celebrities and fans flooded social media with emotional tributes. But almost immediately, people started questioning the official story. According to mainstream outlets, Malcolm drowned while trying to rescue his daughter. But for many, that explanation doesn't sit right. This is Malcolm we're talking about. He wasn't reckless with his family, and certainly not the type of man to risk his child's safety on a beach, notorious for dangerous riptides, limited funding, and barely any trained lifeguards. Things got even murkier when Costa Rica's Judicial Investigation Department released a statement claiming that Malcolm had been playing with his daughter at the shore before leaving her safely on land to enter the sea with a friend. That's when the currents swept them both away. The friend managed to escape, but Malcolm wasn't so lucky. He was eventually pulled from the water by people on the beach, treated by the Red Cross, and pronounced dead. At the scene
that are deceiving.
Mike Geist helps run a volunteer lifeguard organization here. He says while no lifeguards were on duty that day, Geist's friend, who happens to be a trained lifeguard, was there to surf and discovered Warner unresponsive in the water.
You know, the first thing that they do is they bring him to the surface and give the emergency respirations.
Right there
In the water on the surfboard. And when he didn't respond to that, my friend rapidly took him into the beach and they immediately began CPR.
And here's where it gets even more eye-raising. Costa Rican authorities now claim that Malcolm was pulled from the water by several people who were already on the beach. And get this, there were not one, not two, but 3 tourists who happened to be doctors right there at the scene. Naturally, this fueled whispers about possible foul play surrounding Malcolm Jamal's drowning. As fans and celebrities continued to honor Malcolm's life, Cuba Gooding Jr. released his own tribute to People magazine. Malcolm was not only a gifted actor I was honored to co-star with in Tuskegee Airmen and have portray Al Cowlings in a Ryan Murphy project, but he was also a dear friend and neighbor. When I was starting my family, I will miss his booming laugh and explosive energy. Gone too soon. Love you, brother. But the tribute stirred controversy online. Many suggested it was damage control to avoid backlash for his silence, noting that Cuba and Malcolm's friendship had ended years prior. Industry insiders confirmed the fallout and claimed Diddy played a role. Sources allege that things went south when Cuba supposedly tried to set Malcolm up with Diddy, who had very specific intentions. Malcolm was reportedly insulted by the proposition, marking the final nail in their friendship. The insider also revealed that Malcolm kept receipts of Diddy and Cuba's advances and warned them that any further requests would be exposed online. While Malcolm never publicly shared these, the whispers lingered. Fans also got a glimpse into Cuba's past after producer Lil Rod Jones filed a lawsuit against Diddy, claiming that on a trip to the Virgin Islands, Cuba allegedly groped him on Diddy's yacht despite clear discomfort. This wasn't Cuba's first scandal. He had previous SA allegations in Manhattan night spots from 2018 to 2019, showing a troubling pattern regarding consent. And it gets messier. Sources claim Diddy offered Malcolm a huge sum for something inappropriate. Malcolm, one of the rare Hollywood men with self-respect, refused. Remember when Cat Williams revealed on Club Shay Shay that Diddy offered him $50 million for his manhood? If Cat got 50 mil, Malcolm likely faced similar offers, but he chose dignity over dollars. It wasn't just Diddy or Cuba. Disgraced producer Harvey Weinstein allegedly tried to entice Malcolm with a lead movie role in exchange for favors, but Malcolm shut it all down, refusing every inappropriate offer thrown his way. Whether it was the infamous casting couch, being asked to wear a dress just to land a big role, or taking on parts that forced him to portray characters harmful to the black community and impressionable kids, Malcolm Jamal never wavered. It's easy to see why Cuba Gooding Jr., Diddy, Harvey Weinstein, or anyone hoping for a secret arrangement with him came up empty. While many in Hollywood were closet DL, Malcolm stood firm in his principles, consistently rejected inappropriate advances, and carried himself with integrity. He wasn't your typical black actor. He repeatedly refused degrading roles, resisted humiliating rituals, and chose to continue working in Hollywood on his own terms.
You don't necessarily want to black. What you want to do is you want to love him so divinely. You want to love him so fiercely that your disappointment will killer. You want to adore him so much that the last thing he wants to do is disappoint you. And that's how the album opens. So this is
And let's not forget his podcast Not All Hood, where Malcolm never held anything back. He consistently called out Hollywood and the media for lumping all black people into the same tired stereotypes, endlessly recycling harmful and damaging narratives.
And the reason for the title is combating the narrative of black life, black culture that the media focuses on. And
that we're all one thing.
Yeah, and the whole concept is, we're not all hood. The black community is not a monolith. There's so many levels and lanes to the black community, and we wanted to have a space where we could acknowledge, discuss all of those lanes, because they're so varied in terms of our perspectives and our opinions and our ways of life, and we wanted to be able to have a place where we can.
Malcolm also spoke some hard truths about modern hip-hop, addressing issues the industry often ignores.
Unfortunately, the success of hip-hop is predicated upon being anti-black. The messages in hip-hop that get the exposure are misogyny, murder, and disrespect of fellow black people.
He openly criticized how toxic and destructive the genre had become, highlighting misogyny, the glorification of violence, and the lack of emotional accountability. He wasn't hating, he was advocating for healing, growth, and responsibility. Within the community, of course, major record labels prefer to bury messages like this, since they profit from division, dysfunction, and chaos. Cuba Gooding Jr., revealing how Malcolm refused Diddy's advances, sparked a massive online conversation. Fans left comments like, "Why do people wait so long to speak up? Why stay around those who make you uncomfortable? One red flag, I'm out." As Diddy falls, all these celebrities start pointing fingers, but why not a decade ago? Cowards and pervs. Money doesn't make someone innocent. The truth always surfaces. So the question remains, was Cuba's tribute genuine, or just a PR move to quiet the critics? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and then check out the next video.